This is Lecture 8, Human Rights and International Law for Political Science 4327, Introduction to International Relations. International treaties carry the force of law, whereas many organizations do not. Human rights is one of the most important arenas in which treaties are used to improve people's lives. Evidence about the effectiveness of human rights and international law and treaties is not encouraging. Treaty design and ratification and strategic endogenous processes. What we observe about compliance and ratification reflects selection effects over governments' preferences and expectations. Arguments about the equal status for civil liberties, political rights, economic rights, and social rights provide cover for dictators. Poverty is not an impediment to human rights. However, human rights alleviates poverty. Improving the quality of life for the world's poor requires giving greater priority to civil liberties and lower priority to economic rights. Many international organizations and agreements are backed up by norms of conduct, but others are supported by the force of law. For example, the United Nations, the World Trade Organization. Constructivists believe norms of behavior are internalized and shape behavior, whereas realists believe there is no rule of law in international politics. Selectorate theory suggests the extent to which norms and laws shape behavior depends on the size of each regime's winning coalition and selectorate. Human rights is a useful area to study the conflict between the distribution of private and public goods in international politics. The issue of freedom rights, free speech, free press, freedom of assembly, combines arguments about norms, law, interest, and strategic choice, allowing us to evaluate competing theories. What is international law? International law is the set of national obligations codified in a body of treaties that governments enter into voluntarily. Treaties are contracts between states and that carry the force of law. Countries can opt out of the obligations established by some international law by not endorsing the law. In this way, international law is different from domestic law, where citizens cannot opt out of their legal obligations. The strategic perspective sees legal obligation as costly signals that can constrain leaders' range of choices. International regimes consist of rules, regulations, and norms of conduct that lack the force of law but still shape behavior in the international arena. They can be thought of as complements to international law. Norms reflect accepted patterns of behavior and values of the day. Without carrying the force of law, they encourage broadly accepted behaviors through the ideas they spread and the reputational consequences of violating accepted norms of conduct. Norms change with times and circumstances more easily than law-bound rules. For example, ransoming of prisoners of war and the use of torture. When norms are insufficient to promote cooperation, more formal legal arrangements become important to solve international disputes. So what rights are recognized as human rights? Human rights are considered to be universal. They are non-excludable and non-rival. The set of recognized human rights is rapidly expanding. Some are uncontroversial, others are used for political cover. Even in democracies in the past, inalienable rights did not apply equally to everyone. Today, almost all governments, including North Korea, pay lip service to human rights. The 1948 United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights is considered the foundation of international human rights law. However, it is a declaration, not a legally binding treaty. It is an example of a shallow agreement devoid of bite. Human rights feature prominently in the UN Charter, but the Charter fails to provide a clear definition of what human rights are. The international community has created 9 human rights treaties, augmented by other international agreements to compensate for the shortcomings of the Universal Declaration and the UN Charter. All right. What human rights are included in most of these instruments? The first is due process, property rights, religion and freedom, freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of association, freedom to move across national borders, rights to work without being enslaved or indentured, right to food, shelter, education, and preservation of life. Some of the treaty's augmenting documents obfuscate human rights law rather than clarifying it. The Vienna Declaration in particular states that the existence of widespread extreme poverty inhibits the full and effective enjoyment of human rights. Its immediate alleviation and eventual elimination must remain a high priority for the international community. Authoritarian leaders interpret this as a license to postpone the promulgation of core rights. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, and freedom of association are essential to large coalition democratic governments. Autocrats are more likely to target these core rights and declare them luxury goods that must take a backseat to economic rights. From the selectorate perspective, recall that it is rational for authoritarian leaders to promote the very poverty they then use as an excuse to deny core freedoms. The, quote, economic rights to human rights argument is misleading in terms of the suggestion of the direction of causality. Wealth is a consequence, not a cause of freedom. Okay? It is neither sufficient nor necessary for freedom. Core freedoms have thrived in India through decades of poverty. They have not emerged in oil-rich Middle Eastern monarchies. And statistical evidence suggests countries with core democratic freedoms also do a good job on housing, nutrition, and healthcare. So why promote freedom rights? In 2009, all but 20 countries with the highest per capita income were liberal democracies. Non-democratic, oil-rich countries were in the middle of the per capita income ranking. The 20 poorest countries in the world were non-democratic. Analysis of a change in per capita income from the World Bank data, in civil liberties in the Freedom House data, and in winning coalition size from Bonadis-Mesquita et al., over a 5-year window suggests changes in human rights produces greater coalition size and more prosperity. Changes in per capita income have no significant effect on coalition size and negative effect on human rights. As you see in 9.2 here, it's kind of a summation of those findings. The odds that change in per capita income is followed by a positive change in coalition size is analogous to a coin toss, about 42%. Growth in per capita income is strongly associated with a decrease in human rights. The larger the winning coalition size, the higher the mean gross domestic product per capita. You can see this in figure 9.1. Okay. Does international law improve human rights? Assessing the impact of international law and regimes on nations is difficult because the structure of rules of these institutions are endogenous. International law and regimes are the result of negotiated agreements among state leaders. We should observe a positive relationship between the act of signing international human rights treaties and respect for those treaties' requirements. Some evidence suggests that ratification of human rights treaties improves the ratifying country's respect for human rights. New evidence suggests that selection effects may be at play rather than a legitimate rise in countries' respect for human rights. Countries' revealed preferences for human rights are a stronger predictor of their human rights records. The constructivist case for human rights. Constructivists argue that a country's identity and interests can be redefined by its membership in an international organization or its ratification on an international treaty. This occurs through 1. Legitimation, 2. Role redefinition, and 3. Reflection. These processes apply to international institutions concerning human rights as well. Evidence is weak on all 3 counts and based on carefully selected, non-random case studies. Regarding legitimation, it remains unclear why members of human rights regimes would see the regime's rules as legitimate if they run counter to the interest of its leadership. Regarding redefinition, it is difficult to distinguish between true change in identity and acceptance of roles endogenous to the decision to join a human rights institution or treaty. Regarding reflection, psychological process leading to changes in self-identities may go on, but there is no solid evidence of this. The strategic case for human rights. When issues are linked together, the median voter theorem no longer holds. Decision makers can assemble a variety of winning coalitions supporting any change from the status quo policies. But leaders come and go while international organizations and law are sticky. By forming or accepting the rule of an international organization or body of international law, current leaders try to restrict deviation in policy by future leaders. The value of imposing constraints in future leaders vary by regime type. Leadership change is more frequent in democracies, offering more opportunities for policy swings. Leadership turnover is less frequent in autocracies, although policy swings are likely to be greater because of the median voter has a weaker impact. International organizations and laws are more valuable to democratic leaders because of the cost of abandoning the law organization in the future. Median respect for human rights, the solid line within each box, is higher for large and largest coalition members than for small and medium coalition systems in figure 9.2 here. The case against human rights. The Treaty of Westphalia, Articles 64 and 67, provides sovereign governments are free to make their own rules and regulations, and that outsiders have no right to interfere. This includes rules concerning human rights. The UN Charter reinforces this principle. The law of sovereignty goes against efforts to enforce human rights. The law of sovereign rights within borders has the morally reprehensible consequence of giving covers to violators of human rights. An additional advantage of the strategic perspective is that it forces us to think about state policies as the aggregation of individual interests. This makes us more likely to elevate the importance of the individual over collective ideas such as the state. When the state is seen as a unitary actor, it is difficult to sustain norms that address the welfare of individual constituents.